The government of Ghana has again launched a new program called the National Rental Assistance Scheme, NRAS. And this scheme is here to help provide rent advance loans to Ghanaians above the age of 18 with a valid national ID card and a verifiable employment or regular income.
It is clear that there are a lot of youth who, when they finish school, just trying to rent accommodation is a big problem. But someone who is finished school and just starting a job doesn't have those savings to pay all these huge demands. And this is why government has decided to come in and bridge this market failure by setting up a national rental assistance scheme.
Your Excellency, if you may recall, in September 2020, when the leadership of the union paid a courtesy call on you at Jubilee House, you gave us absolute assurance of the implementation of the National Rental Assistance Scheme, and indeed you have delivered on your promise. Thank you, Mr. President. We stand here very proud seeing the National Rental Assistance Scheme. We are happy people today, Your Excellency, because the implementation of the scheme will bring relief to young graduates and tenants in general, and as well enhance the security of tenure in rental accommodation by the beneficiaries.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as the sector ministry in charge of housing, we are committed to gradually addressing the various challenges that confront the housing sector in the country, and the National Rental Assistance Scheme is one of such vehicles with which we can adequately respond to the challenges through public policy making and program development. Government has therefore made a commitment of 30 million Ghana cedis to implement this scheme, and the initial phase will cover the Greater Accra, Ashanti, Northern, Western, Eastern, and Bono East regions. These 6 regions were selected because data from rent control indicate that they have a higher rate of rent advance related issues.
We have been able to introduce this, ladies and gentlemen, because of the availability of a national identification system, because of the availability of a digital address system, and because of the availability of mobile money interoperability that essentially provides practically all eligible Ghanaians with a bank account. And so these are very key elements in the architecture for the delivery of the National Rent Assistance Scheme. Without the digital address, we would not even be able to proceed in any meaningful way on this project. So the pillars that we have already put in place in our first term of office are now proving very useful, and this is the vision that Nana Akufo-Addo has for Ghana.
To the youth, are you ready to get your rent paid? I couldn't hear you. Are you ready to kiss rent advance goodbye? Today is a great day.
So in today's video, we would like to share with you why the government of Ghana is now going to give loans to Ghanaians for the payment of their house rent advance. But before we start everything, please support us by liking this video and also subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much for your support. Now, let's dive into it. In Ghana's Rent Act 1963, Act 220, Part VII states that any person who, as a condition of grant, renewal, or continuance of a tenancy demands, in case of a monthly or shorter tenancy, the payment in advance of more than a month's rent, or in the case of tenancy exceeding 6 months, the payment in advance of more than 6 months' rent, shall be guilty of an offense and shall, upon conviction by the appropriate rent magistrate, be liable to a fine not exceeding £100. This simply means that Ghanaian homeowners cannot take more than 6 months of rent advance from renters. But the truth of the matter is that this law does not work in the country, because homeowners in Ghana take rent advance for more than 6 months. In fact, some even demand more than 2 or 3 years of rent advance. And this has made renting a home in Ghana extremely difficult, especially for the country's young graduates, because it's not easy to save up to pay 2 years of rent advance. And for many years, governments have left landlords and landladies to do what they want with their properties. But now, the situation is getting worse, because currently there is an estimated that there is a deficit of about 5 million rooms in Ghana as of December last year, 2022. And this deficit is expected to get worse as population grows and rural-urban migration continues. So, based on these factors, the government of Ghana formed the Rental Assistance Scheme to offer rent relief to ordinary Ghanaians renters by providing them with the rent advance loans to make it possible for them to pay their rents every month, as rent is mostly paid throughout the world. Mr. Richard Champon is the scheme manager of the program, and he is here to tell us more.
To the youth, are you ready to get your rent paid? I couldn't hear you. Are you ready to kiss rent advance goodbye? Today is a great day. Today is a great day for the citizens of Ghana. Today is a great day for the youth of Ghana. Today we present to you our solution to rent advance. And we make it very, very simple. Even a 5th grader can walk through our process. Who qualifies for this scheme? An adult, a Ghanaian of 18 years old, who is able to show proof of employment, proof of identification, specifically Ghana card, and bank statements to support the income that they are showing. And how do you access this scheme? You can apply directly on our website at www.nras.gov.gh. You don't even have to come to our offices. You can apply directly as an individual. You can also tell your employer to sign up so you qualify as a condition of your employment. How is the process done? First, you identify an apartment or room in anywhere of the country that we are implementing this scheme. You tell the scheme manager where you want to live. We do your affordability assessment, and if you qualify, your rent is paid directly to the landlord. You are no longer required to pay 2 years advance out of pocket. I know some of us save up the rent to make up the 2 years, use it for other purposes, purchase a land, a property, but we will never ask you to use your savings to pay for rent advance anymore. Our solution today is premised on systems and schemes and solutions that this government has implemented over the years. And I'd like to acknowledge how critical the Ghana Post addressing system, the digital addressing system, is to this solution. It is a centerpiece of how we develop this solution. And the Ghana card, the single point of identifier for a person. Now, as the government continues to implement some of these fundamental infrastructural solutions, we, the citizens, will continue to develop solutions that addresses our everyday needs. Today, it is rent advance. Tomorrow, it will be something else. Thank you very much. The portal is open. The offices are open. Say goodbye to rent advance. Thank you very much.
So let us know your thoughts and suggestions on this inside the comment section below. And again, thank you very much for watching. My name is Sharif Haruna. Please subscribe, like, have a joyful life, and see you in our next video. Macron.